Welcome back. A new business venture has been embarked upon in the community of Delse Choiseul. Investors hosted the official groundbreaking ceremony for the Soleil Couché restaurant on Friday, the 31st of January at Delse Choiseul, where the restaurant will be constructed. Choiseul MP and Minister for Commerce, Industry, Investment, Enterprise Development and Consumer Affairs Bradley Felix applauded the investors for taking such an initiative that will bring jobs to the community and lead to other indirect benefits for Delse.
The new restaurant will be located near the Tête Rouge Resort in Delse Choiseul, providing local cuisine with an Italian flair and will cater to locals and visitors alike. Paul Hugo, director of Tête Rouge and Soleil Couché, noted that local produce and seafood will be sourced from the Choiseul fisheries. Hugo also praised the laborers who are residents of Choiseul for the level of work being produced.
But Tête Rouge is small. You can fit. We have 6 studios. We have a restaurant and bar that serves our guests only. So when our guests want to try another restaurant, you've all come down to get here today to Delse. It's not that easy to come down the road to Delse. Once you get to Delse, if you want to stay, then there's no standalone restaurant. Right? There's no standalone fine dining, casual restaurant for tourists. You come to climb the Gros Piton, you come to Tête Paul, or you're staying in one of the villas around Tête Rouge, or you're staying in Tête Rouge. We now will have a restaurant where you can come and have a nice meal.
The Minister for Commerce, Industry, Investment, Enterprise Development and Consumer Affairs and Parliamentary Representative for Choiseul, Honorable Bradley Felix, commended the director of Soleil Couché on the location chosen for the project.
We're now in an emerging jurisdiction for regional and international headquarters. We have begun that sort of facility, and we have quite a few interests of people who want to set up regional headquarters in St. Lucia. Currently, we have on record over US $1.5 billion to be invested in St. Lucia over the next 2 years. Now, I say all of this to highlight that with all of this investment that we're going to have coming into St. Lucia, we need the facilities to accommodate the people who will be coming here. And I applaud you because I can well recognize the impact your facility will have to maintaining that repeat visitor and more people coming in here.
Minister Felix stressed on the benefits of the hotel for the community on the whole.
We must recognize that the impact here is not just on the people who are going to be working in not just the construction aspect of it, but when the operations, but also the indirect benefits to the community, our farmers, our fisher folks, the craft people of Choiseul. We all need to own Soleil Couché, be part of it. We need to recognize that the spirit of community that we will bring to this facility here can only benefit to other people wanting to come and invest in our community.
The sword-turning ceremony for the Soleil Couché restaurant took place in Delse Choiseul on Friday, January 31st, 2020. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
The Department of Fisheries is putting the public and food establishments on notice regarding the approaching close of the lobster season. The department stresses that no exceptions will be made for individuals or establishments found with undeclared lobsters in their possession from the 1st of March 2020. The full brunt of the law will be brought to bear on offenders.
The Department of Fisheries has officially announced the impending commencement of the 2020 lobster season closure. As the final days of the open season fly by, the department urges all purchasers to reduce the quantity of lobsters they purchase and actively monitor any remaining stocks. Information and Communications Officer for the Department of Fisheries, Yvonne Edwin, advised the public that the lobster fishery will be closed from March 1st, 2020, inclusive of this date.
The Department of Fisheries reminds all purchasers, in particularly the restaurants and hotels, that the lobster fishery will close on the 29th of February 2020. Whilst the season remains open, we ask that all purchasers ensure that they actively monitor their stock as the season is approaching the closure date. We want to remind persons that whilst the season remains open, the lobsters you have in your possession must be 9.5 centimeters or above. These lobsters should not be carrying eggs or show evidence that the eggs have been scraped off. They should not be molten. We want to ensure that persons are aware, that is, consumers, they are aware that the lobster fishery will close, and as of the 1st of March, no one should be in possession of lobsters.
Edwin says this closure activates legislation which states that it is illegal for anyone to be in possession of lobsters, regardless of age, size, gender, or date of purchase of the species. Section 32(2)(d) of the Fisheries Regulations go on to specify that persons shall not fish for, remove from the fisheries waters, give or at any time have in his or her possession, expose for sale, sell or purchase any lobster during the fishery closure. She further advises that all establishments submit a declaration form to the Department of Fisheries.
Any lobsters that are purchased between now and the 29th of February must be consumed, sold, or discarded by the 1st of March. If you do have lobsters remaining in stock, that is on the 1st of March, these lobsters or the content of those lobsters must be declared on your declaration form and submitted to the department. No one will be allowed to have lobsters in their possession, eat, sell, buy, consume between the 1st of March and the 1st of August. Again, hoteliers, restaurants, please ensure that your declaration forms are completed and submitted to the department by the 6th of March.
Non-compliance with the closed season may result in an extended closure. Anyone caught violating the lobster conservation measure may be fined up to 5,000 EC for each offense. Reports can be made to the Marine Police, the nearest police station, or the Department of Fisheries. For additional information, contact the Department of Fisheries at 486-4135 or 468-4141. For 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
The St. Lucia Labour Party has expressed its deepest condolences to the relatives and friends of cherished member and supporter Neville Skeet, attributing Skeet's great success as an architect to his work ethic and professionalism. Opposition leader Philip J. Pierce said he will be dearly missed.
The Labour Party, its leadership, members and supporters wish the family feelings of comfort, moments of peace, and memories of joy during this difficult time. Neville is gone from our sight, but never from our hearts. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
He had touted Skeet's humanitarian efforts to volunteer and to encourage others, as well as the assistance that he gave to numerous charities, including the Marion Home, the Cicero Children's Orphanage, and the St. Lucy's Home. He also praised Skeet's work in designing many of St. Lucia's most recognizable buildings.
Neville's architectural designs bless St. Lucia's landscape, from north to south, from east to west. They will forever give testimony to the uniqueness of his talent and creativity. His architectural concepts and designs range from residential, educational, institutional, commercial, and hospitality developments in St. Lucia and overseas.
From 1970, Skeet's architectural adorns bless St. Lucia's landscape from north to south, from east to west, and they will forever give testimony to the uniqueness of his talent and creativity. His architectural concepts and designs range from residential, educational, institutional, commercial, and hospitality developments. Pierre encouraged businesses and members of the public to take great care of the structures which remain as evidence of Skeet's contributions to the development of the island. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Sports and weather are coming up after the break.